Today I'm going to talk about one mistake I made that cost me thousands of dollars while building my app that could have easily been avoided. Welcome back to my series where I talk about everything I've learned building an app from scratch with zero prior experience. No engineering background, no tech background, just me figuring it out one lesson at a time. From the tools I used to the mistake I made, everything I wish I knew before I started. When I first started building my app, I tried a bunch of vibe coding tools. Eventually, I landed on Replit. At the time, it felt like the perfect choice. Beginner friendly, easy to use, and it was only $20 a month. And I thought this was a no-brainer. But I didn't realize that the $20 payment only had some credit limit. So meaning that when you exceed that credit limit, you start getting billed per usage. And if you're building something simple, then maybe you can actually use it. But if you're building something complex that needs a lot of bug fixing and you need to reprogram and code and recode, you're going to be using a lot of Replit usage credits. At first, it wasn't a big deal. I'll fix a bug, I'll add a new feature, I'll ask you to change something, I'll add another feature. Every feature led to another feature. Every improvement meant more AI requests. And because I was so focused on building, I wasn't paying attention to the bill. And then one day I looked and they had billed me thousands of dollars. That was the moment I knew I had made a very expensive mistake. Looking back from what I know now, I would have done it completely differently. If I had to do the same thing over again, I'll literally just go to Claude and get the max plan. The max plan at the time was about $200. With that, you can build whatever you want, unlimited usage. With what I was building, that was very complicated. I could have used that to build a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And it would have only cost me $200, which was a fixed amount at the time. There would have been no extra charges. But I thought $20 was cheaper than $200, but eventually the $20 ended up costing me thousands of dollars. My advice would be, if you're building an app, you actually need to check how much usage credit the vibe coding tool is giving you per month or per the plan that you have, so you don't exceed it. And when you exceed it, you should actually have that in mind so you don't end up racking a lot of money that you didn't plan for. Tomorrow, I'm going to break down every vibe coding tool that I used. I'm going to tell you what I learned from each of them. I'm going to tell you what is good for depending on what you're trying to build. I'm going to tell you which ones I don't recommend, which ones were great. I'm going to tell you how much they all cost. I'm going to tell you the best one to use depending on what you're trying to build. So just looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.